Hi there, it's another tarot sesh for Scorpio. I'm the Cannastrologer. My name is Abby, and this is the bonus extended reading to the first week, the 1st through 15th of October for Scorpio 2023. But do understand that energy is timeless. So anytime that you're seeing this, if the message or the title resonates with you at all, there could be messages here for you. Doesn't matter when you're seeing it. So this is the extended, so where we left off from the original reading, I ended up titling this reading, Surrendering Resistance of the Past to Make Way for New Opportunities, and this is why. So the first card that we pulled was the overall for this message, the threefold return. Mind the threefold laws you should, 3 times bad, 3 times good. The law of the threefold return, the which reminds you that the energy we send out returns us to the power of 3. So it's 3 times 3, so mote it be. What you send out will come back to you times 3. The song that we had, that I had on pre-shuffle for you, is also important. It was The Chain by Fleetwood Mac, a very witchy, artist. And the song talks about like the chain between a soul connection between two people, which reminded me of people who do like the soul tie spells, or the why can't I think of it right now? When you're breaking a connection between people. I don't know why I can't think of it. It'll come to me in just a second. But I feel like there's somebody that you have tried to disconnect from multiple times, but it just can't be done. Because the song itself talks about chain keep us together, chain keep us together. You'll never break the chains, never break the chains. And this is somebody basically saying we're never going to be disconnected, but at the same time, it's not a connection that's coming together, right? And it's like giving up control, giving up the idea that that you're meant to be together in the way that you thought that you were supposed to be together. It's like giving up control of that ideology, and just letting the universe put you on the path that you need to be on. Doesn't mean that person isn't going to be in your life forever. It's just that they're not meant to be in your life the way that you thought that they were. So, and the reason I'm saying that is because then we got the cards, the Two of Cups, which is Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy, and that talks about relationships. So this could be like a past lover, a past relationship, somebody that was very close to you. Then we have the Ten of Swords, which is like done, right? It's over. It could be it could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, or you could have that somewhere strong in your chart. And then we have the Two of Wands. To me, that card is all about using your lessons from the past in order to manifest blessings for the future. So it's like reflecting on your past and what you learned from old connections, old relationships, old memories, if you will, and using that as lessons to be able to move forward into the future. For new relationships, for new projects, which is this Seven of Pentacles energy underneath the deck. This is like planting of a new seed, starting a new project, starting a new relationship, something that's going to be 7 times more fruitful than what you have ever had before. Behind that is the Ace of Wands, and that's a passionate new beginning. So you've got something new coming in, but it's like you have to burn away anything from the past. And when I say burn away, it's like this Ten of Swords. Tens are endings, but they're also beginnings. Notice though, she's got something on fire in the back there, and there's like these little nymphs or fairies that are like celebrating, because what they know they're burning and sending out into the others is what is going to eventually cause this phoenix type of energy. Rising from the ashes, which is really cool, because the phoenix for Scorpios, that's one of our animal omens, or animal totems, not omens, totems. Scorpio has 3 animal totems. It's the scorpion, obviously. Then we have the phoenix rising from the ashes, because we are masters at transformation. And then it's also the eagle. We fly high, we soar, we always rise. We always find a way to rise, right? And we're just very majestic type of creatures. So basically what I'm getting off of this reading is there's a relationship from the past that, you may have, been enamored with this person, or, you may have like had this wonderful relationship, could be with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or thought that you were supposed to have this relationship with this person, because of the memories. But those memories ultimately brought you tears with the onion card that we pulled underneath the deck. And so it's like you're letting it go. You're setting it on fire. You're ending it. And you may not be ending the connection. Oh, cord cutting. That's what I was talking about. Cord cutting spells, okay? You may not be ending it completely. I don't feel like this is a connection that you can even do a cord cutting, that it would even be successful, because there are some connections that are just so strong. They're soul connections. But it's like whatever ideology that you had behind it, you have to surrender that. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know this. Behind that was the full moon power. And we literally have the full moon coming in. I feel like you're coming into your power once you let this go. But I feel like it's like you're realizing that you can't necessarily cut this cord, that they could be there as part of your life for the rest of your life, but just not in the ways that you thought that they were going to be, right? So instead of resisting, what you believed this connection to be, it's better for you to just surrender, give it to the universe, give it to spirit, give it to your angels, whatever you believe in, and let it go, using the lessons from the past as blessings to be able to move forward and start this new beginning, plant this new seed, this passionate new beginning. So what we're going to do is clarify this for Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Higher peace, power, protection, and prosperity for the greater good. Let's clarify this reading for Scorpio. First part of October. I'm hearing you'll never break the chains, never break the chains. Well, that's fine. You may never break the chains, but it doesn't mean that you have to be bound to them also. So surrendering resistance of the past to make way for new opportunities. It's just let it go. Get that song out of my head. I'm not even going to say the title of the song that pops into my head right now because I don't want it stuck there. All right. Scorpio. What do we got? Scorpio. Energy going into the clarification is the King of Pentacles. You have somebody, you have a big daddy watching you. Now, whether you're male or female, like this is somebody who's very well off, who does well. Could be Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. But if they're not wealthy, they're very abundant, very rich in life. They can possess a wealth of knowledge. But I honestly feel like this is somebody who's wealthy. And it doesn't have to be Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. They could be any sign, but they sit in this King of Pentacles type of energy. So this is like the underlying energy as we go into this clarification. What do we have clarifying the Two of Cups for Scorpio? What's the Two of Cups for Scorpio? Two of Cups for Scorpio. Thank you. The Star. I have to kind of cover her up because this will eventually be posted on YouTube. So we have the Star. Aquarius energy. But this talks about healing, hopes, dreams, wishes, desires. And it talks about healing from the past, like healing from this relationship that took place that could have ultimately hurt you, right? It could have ultimately, you may have gone through it, you know, with this past relationship. And it's funny because I'm seeing like she's, even though this is an air sign, it could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, that you were dealing with in the past. But it's like, notice like she's pouring water out both into the pond but also into the ground, and therefore, you know, making sure that things are balanced. I feel like you were trying to balance things in the past, and it could have been you, Scorpio, doing most of the work. And that's where the tears came from. It was like really hard to deal with, right? But it's because you were trying to control a situation. And that may bring up negative memories for you, but it's like that's what you have to let go of, surrender, and stop resisting. It's like in this deck it talks about, you know, when you resist something, when it feels like you're always in a period of doors being shut in your face, instead of trying to continually move through the same door, turn around and find a new door that you can go through. It's not that you're giving up, it's just that you're changing your focus. So it's like, yes, resistance, but I just heard les resistance. But it's not that, like I said, it's not that you're giving up, but it's that you're changing your strategy, okay? And you're finding a new way to move forward, which is beautiful. So forget the tears, you know, surrender any negative thoughts or energy and keep moving forward. But you're healing from this. This is a very healing energy. And I love that. What is the Ten of Swords? What is the Ten of Swords? What's the Ten of Swords for Scorpio, please? The star also could mean, you know, like somebody who's like center stage. This also could be you, like somebody who's favorably looked upon in the public eye. You know, somebody that, you know, could be celebrity or just, you know, very well known. Now that could be you, could be the other person. But I feel like this is your energy. Like the more you heal, the more you're going to rise into the star-like energy. And what that's going to produce for you is a ton of opportunities. This Ten of Swords, like where there's an ending, again, tens are endings, but they're also beginnings because 1 + 0 = 1, which is starting over. So it's like once you completely burn off the energy of anything that you don't need anymore from this past relationship, you are about to walk straight into this wonderful energy of like lots of opportunity. So much opportunity that it can even be overwhelming. And I'm seeing a lot of sevens here. We've got like 2 + 5 = 7, 7, 7 over here. Oh, also one thing to note is when I pulled these cards, it was top and bottom of the deck, and they came out consecutive numbers, 25 and 26. So that means like that's a very strong message. Pay attention to the message. It's about, you know, surrendering, you know, what energy that you need to, but, you know, when you're in the face of resistance or whatever, it's again, it's not about feeling like you're not going to have that opportunity anymore. It's just a matter of turning around and looking at a different door, a different way, a different person, you know, for better opportunity right here. You have a lot of opportunity coming in, and I feel like this opportunity is going to literally make you kind of like the star of the show. And it's funny, like we were talking about new opportunities, make way for new opportunities. Boom, that's it right there. What is the Two of Wands? Ooh! 9 of Swords. This is interesting. I feel like, okay, this is funny. So underneath the deck, we've got 10 of Swords again. But it's the everything is fine. So in this deck, there's 2 10 of Swords. One of them is like done, like it could even mean death in some cases. This one is just meaning like it's the end of a situation. It's not coming back. Everything is fine. It's just not going to repeat itself anymore. And honestly, that is a cause for celebration. It's like the end of a cycle. You have completed the cycle. It's over. And it may bring up a little bit of anxiety for you because, you know, again, like for some of you who have trouble letting go of the past or letting go of control, that could stir up some emotions, tears for you, because it's something that you may have wanted so dearly that you thought it was supposed to end a certain way or whatever. But now you're realizing that you just have to like give it to God, give it to the universe, whatever, and let it be what it becomes on its own. And that could give some people anxiety. Now, also I'm feeling like this could be somebody from your past that's now looking back at everything, and it's causing them sleepless nights. It's causing them anxiety. Because the Two of Wands is about, you know, somebody from your past. It's about past memories, past whatever. Could be a fire sign. But they're like watching you embrace all of these new opportunities as you like, you know, cut things off and, you know, clear your energy. You're moving forward with these opportunities, but they're realizing it's over, and that causes stress for someone. So yeah, I feel like, you know, underneath the deck, underlying energies, something is about to complete itself. Something's about to be completely over, but what that's actually going to do is bring in new opportunities and new seeds that have been planted, and it's going to grow into something beautiful. It's Divination of the Ancients. What's our message for Divination of the Ancients for Scorpio? It's like, for so many, there's a lot of air energy in this. So you definitely could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Everything is fine. Okay, one more for Scorpio. It's crazy because you look at these cards. This is nuts. Okay, real quick, let me complete my thought. You look at these you look at these cards, and on the surface, it almost seems like this is not a positive read, but actually it's a great read. And the feeling that I have from this is just like, it's relief. It's like a sigh of relief. Like, while you may not be like really cutting cords or breaking any chains, you are ending that cycle of that continuous, monotonous, just that circular energy, right? Where it's like you feel like you're constantly repeating the same mistakes, the same things. It's like, no, you're cutting all of that out, and you're going to be starting a new beginning right there, new beginning right here. So then underneath the deck, we've got dictionary communication. What's crazy is I've been saying the whole time you might be dealing with like a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Libra got this underneath the deck as well. Same exact card. So it's dictionary communication. It talks about, you know, using your words. I was laughing at this too because as a Scorpio, when I was a kid, I read the dictionary and then I got made fun of by a lot of people. But I still don't. I'm glad that I did it, right? We'll read real quick what, you know, the brief meaning behind this card. But I feel like, you know, for many of you, it's like you have to start communicating more what it is that you want, your hopes, wishes, desires. Put words into action. Words are spells. And when you put that into the universe, you know, ultimately you're setting a spell. You're manifesting for yourself what it is that you actually do want. So you have to put that out there. Then we have I Ching, change. So what is also crazy is in the Libra reading, I think it was the extended reading. It might have been their first one. They had a card for change, but it wasn't this deck. It was a different deck that brought up change. There's definitely change being made. Change is happening. But that change is you breaking the cycle. You giving up, surrendering your resistance, right? So that you can bring in these new opportunities. You know that this needs to happen. Now, I will say for some of you, you could be cutting your ways of the past with a person, but then starting a new cycle potentially with that same person, but just on a different level, a different way that you, again, you may have in your mind thought that you guys were supposed to be one way for the rest of your life, but now you're starting this new cycle with something completely new. Maybe just like friends or a student type of, student type of relationship. I don't know why I was thinking dictonomy. I don't know what that word means. Again, dictionary. Let's use our words. Let me find the book. Okay, so dictionary. Did you see that? I flipped right to it, first one. Okay, so dictionary, you're overthinking things. Okay, funny story also in the Libra reading, I talked about how Scorpios are also huge overthinkers. We overthink things just like crazy, right? And we're not even air sign, but anyway, you're overthinking things. Stop trying to analyze every conversation, every word, every thought. It's time to shift from the control of the logical and analytical left brain and explore the creative, intuitive right brain, which will help you find clarity, inspiration, and peace of mind. This message also serves as a reminder to listen to others, particularly when they're offering help. Be careful not to dismiss advice, for it often comes as an answer to your prayers. You're like a closed book, and people find it hard to read you. It is time to open up and share your thoughts and feelings, as this will bring greater understanding and deeper meaning to your relationships. So listen well, as important words, be they spoken to you by a friend or stranger or written down and placed before you in a note or card, will point to your next step. Try to understand someone else's point of view. Meditate to quiet your mind. Speak with confidence. Your life purpose involves writing and public speaking. So I Ching change. It may be difficult to embrace new beginnings, but it is the only way to move forward. You're being urged to turn things around and shake them up a little. Change is the key to bringing about new opportunities, but resisting change will block those opportunities and might create hurdles that hinder the flow. You may have to change yourself to make room for the new to enter, but as you do, you will find long dormant wisdom and knowledge emerging, creating one of the deepest transformations of all. You may also see the need to address those who could hold you back or bring you down. You can do this in a kind and loving way, but be assertive as you set your boundaries. The situation that you're inquiring about will bring great change for the better. Time to change your ways. A deep and ancient knowledge is surfacing and changing the way that you view yourself and the world. Allow someone else to change. So, I really strongly feel like if you're dealing with the air sign, particularly Libra, go check out that reading. But also, it's just change overall. Like it's change within yourself, change within another person. You have to allow that to happen. You've got new opportunities coming. Everything's fine. But there are major endings that are happening, and it could hurt a little bit. It could be a little weird, a little, but I promise you that the calmer that you approach this situation, the easier it's going to be able to manifest the blessings that will be coming out of it for you. I just heard wise words in my head. Thank you, spirits. Okay, one more, please. What do we have for Scorpio? Okay, I want another. One more, please. Thank you. All right. This is the Seasons of the Witch, the Salway Oracle. All right, underneath the deck. So this makes sense. Underneath the deck, we've got altar number 2. So earlier in the first reading, I said 3s are going to be really significant. I haven't seen 1 3 here yet. But what I have seen is we've got 7, 7, 7. Now we've got 2, 2, 2. We have a 10 here and a 10 here, but that's only 2 of them. Okay, so number 2, altar, a sacred devotion, a worship, skin deep, rising from the ash, the waters you keep. I feel like Spirit is calling for you to create an altar or to fix up your altar. Get ready for the Salway season. We'll read more on this in just a second. And then we've got grief. And that's what this 9 of Swords is all about. It's your grief card. Despair, worry, fear. 2 plus 0 is 2, so that's another 2. That's interesting. It is but a mere glimpse of nothingness hidden away deep within the chambers of your morning in the red clovers, birthing lost illusion. See, yeah, this is you grieving the illusion of what you were holding from the past, what you thought was supposed to be, and letting it go. For some of you, you may have to do a cord cutting ceremony on your altar. For some of you. Now, I'm not saying it's going to work. For some of you, it will. For others of you, this may be one of those deep soul tie connections that just, it's always going to be there. You're always going to be, a part of this person no matter what, just not in the ways that you ever thought that you would. So, let's see what altar means first. So keywords, devotion, worship, and individuality. Your altar is a sacred space created to honor something in your practice, a space dedicated to worship and the devotion of your craft. It should not hold things that are not sacred to your energy work. It should be the place in your home where spirits of the wise gather and share their knowledge with you. Each altar you create is a beautiful expression of who you are. It's where you hold your connection to something in spirit that resonates with your inner self, something that naturally belongs on an altar, such as ritual candles, crystals, herbs, an athame or chalice. Personal items are welcome too. There's no right or wrong item to put on your altar as long as it holds special meaning for you. You've pulled altar because your guides are thrilled to see you making an effort. There needs to be an intention, a worshiping in space so that you can harness your energy without disruption. Either a physical space such as an altar or metaphysical space like opening your heart. It is even better to have both, where you can come back to your true self. Know that you have power deep within you that needs a place to land. Your guides need a space to speak to you. They can reach you anywhere on the planet, and you can call on them at any time. Worshiping at your altar gives them an open invitation. They know that they are welcome and that you are ready to receive their gifts and messages in your sacred space. So for many of you, I'm hearing that you need to pray more at your altar, like at your altar. Just worship more. Clean it up, do the rituals, give sacrifices to your ancestors. They freaking love that. Put apples or cinnamon or, little gifts and goodies, for your passed on friends, family, and loved ones. Now let's look at grief. It's interesting because these cards reflect each other. Even though this is 20, it's like 2 plus 0 equals 2, and that's the altar too. So, keywords, mourning and loss. Okay, grief is the uncomfortable dance between feeling everything and feeling nothing. It isn't exclusive to losing someone. Grief can manifest when you feel like a failure or when you have regret. It can appear when you feel overwhelmed or when you feel guilty. It can leave you feeling it all when feeling nothing, or even feeling both at the same time. Likewise, we can be so lost in our grief that we forget to live. We mourn for things that have long since slipped through our fingers. We find ourselves in a sort of limbo, living half dead. This is what can happen when you spend too much time searching for and missing what you've lost and forgetting to be grateful for what's left behind. Pulling grief can mean that you have a lack of satisfaction about where you are in life, what you have perhaps more appropriate, what you don't have. You're putting too much of your focus on what is missing and have cut off the rest of the world. There are still people and opportunities for you if you will only lift your head and take a look around. Life still goes on when you've suffered a loss. Mourn for the things that you wanted and didn't get or had but lost, Mourn for the things you wanted and didn't get or had and lost, but be sure to keep going. The universe never takes something away without giving you something to take its place. So what this is talking about is definitely this feeling. It's you're mourning something that didn't work out. You're mourning something from the past, whether it's a relationship, memories of, an ex-lover or something like that didn't manifest the way that you wanted it to. And Spirit is saying that you need to keep on moving forward. That's this resistance card. Stop resisting the doors that are closed in front of you, like keep on trying to go through the same door. Turn around and go through a door that does open for you. Surrender what is the energy I'm thinking of? Just surrender that energy, Stop being stubborn. Start praying more at your altar, Scorpio. Everything is fine. You've got new beginnings right in front of you, and the sooner that you let go of this negative, energy that's living in the past, potentially with air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, the faster, quicker that you'll move forward. So that's where I'm going to leave it at. Take it as it resonates, and if it did, make sure that you drop comments below, that you like, share, subscribe, and that you catch me on the flip side, because as you know, it's together we grow. I hope you guys have a fantastic week, and I will see you again. Peace.